Hey guys, we're going to be making a Bible cover, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. And I've been given the measurements, and so we're just going to go by the measurements and cut this out. So the front and the back across the width is 7 1/4. And then we have a spine of 2.5 inches. And then, of course, when you open the Bible, I'm going to want it to be like a sleeve there. So we're going to add 6 inches to the front and the back for that as well. And then the height was just under 10 inches. I'm going to give myself some extra room there as well. So we're going to go ahead and cut a strip that's about 12 inches. Now we need this to be about 30 inches long. So let's get this. I'm going to cut off the selvage here. Okay, and we've got 24. Actually, we're going to go 32 inches. So here's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So right there's my cutting point. Oops. Okay, so again, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I'm also going to cut some batting just to make the front and back a little soft. Now, for that, I will only put batting on the front, back, and the spine. So we're looking at, 14.5 plus 2.5. We're looking at 17 inches of batting. On the inside where it's going to be laying flat, I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some batting. I've already cut an inner piece the same size. And instead of doing 12 inches in height to reduce my bulk when I'm sewing everything, this is only 10. And really, it probably even could have gone about a little less than 10. But I'm going to leave it at 10. Now, I will meet you at the sewing machine while we start sewing it together. Okay, so I have marked the midsection here of the outer fabric. I'm going to lay this down. And just kind of adjust the top and bottom. Okay. I think I'm going to go into the center here, and I'm just going to put a stay stitch. I'm just going to tack it. Same thing on this side. And now we want to put our right sides together and just sew the entire rectangle, leaving just a small space to turn it. Okay, so now what I'm going to go do is just trim my corners and turn it, and while I'm at the iron I'm going to go ahead and press it flat, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've turned it, and I have I still need to close up the end here where I turned it, but I pressed it so it's nice and flat, and I just kind of folded this up to double check my measurements. So this is folded up where the batting is at on the inside, and it measured out correct. Okay, so now what I want to do is just top stitch all around the edge, and that's going to also close up the hole that I had left here to turn it. Okay, so now coming back down here to where you can feel that batting, I'm going to fold it back over again. Same thing at this end. Okay, so with a spine of 2.5 and then the front and back being 7 1/4 each, that was giving me a total from edge to edge, that is front, binding, and back, of 17 inches. So what I want to do here is just once again, just measure out to make sure I am at, whoops, hang on. I want to make sure that I'm at 17 inches. And maybe even a little more, like a 17 1/4 maybe. So I'm at 17 1/8, right where we're at now. I am good with that. So I just want that extra little bit that's going to curve whenever it's folded. Now I also want to come here and measure just to make sure everything is straight. And I'm good there. Whoops. Yeah, I'm still holding good there. Another pin here. And we're still good. So we'll come to this end. We're going to go ahead and secure with pins again. Okay. Looks good. And come down to the bottom again. And we look good. Okay, so now I can feel inside here, again, where the batting is at. I'm going to take my seam right there against the batting. I'm going to jump over here and take another seam. The biggest thing I want to make sure of here is that my seams are straight and that I'm not losing any. Okay, so there we are. We actually could afford to lose just a little bit more. Not much, but we could take a little bit more of a seam maybe down here. Yeah, I think we can. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to take another seam right here. I'm going to come in about another, between 1/8 and 1/4. Okay, so cut again. Now I want to line up right there. Yeah, we're barely past 9.5. Let me check all the way out here at the end. Make sure we're still good. Yes. And in the back. Oops. There we go. And yes. Okay. So I can take these pins out. Now, if you wanted to take out that extra stitch over there, you could, but it's not really going to matter, and I'm going to show you why. Because we're going to turn this and that's going to be tucked up inside, out of the way. Now I want to grab, this. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to use a needle and thread, and I'm just going to whip stitch that down. It won't be coming through on the other side. It's just like when you're binding a quilt. You're just going to catch the yellow part and the underside of this, and it'll just hold it nice and flat. Another thing you could do is you could use interfacing, and a double-sided interfacing that would stick it down, or what they call stitch witch, which is that it's like a glue tape for fabric, and you could just put a little strip right under there and iron it down. Then you wouldn't have to worry about stitches at all. But for no bigger than this is, it will take me just a few minutes to go ahead and take that out. So the other thing though that I want to do is, I had put that little stay stitch in on the batting. I'm going to go ahead and take those out. You don't have to, but I'm going to. And you could even quilt it if you wanted to. Like before you sew this part down, and it's just a long flat sheet, you could put it under your machine and just do like a cross hatch of quilting across it. That would be pretty too. I just thought with this pattern, I didn't want to take away from it. I wish I had a Bible that it would fit so I could show you, but this is as good as I can do. And you saw it wasn't difficult. My biggest concern is not having the book here with me to be able to tuck it in, make sure everything looks right, make sure everything fits. So that's my biggest fear, but we're going to go ahead and stick it in the mail to her, and hopefully it works out. Hey guys. My Bible actually was the same height. It's not as wide, but it was enough that I thought I could make sure the height worked, and it did. And it fits this one really, really snugly, but it's because mine is going to be thicker than hers. Mine is a hardback. Hers is not, so that's going to be thinner, and it'll go in there much easier. And I don't think I'm even going to have to sew that part on the inside, because look, once it's closed up in there, it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm not even going to mess with it. But yeah, you can see there's a lot left over here just because of the difference in the size of our Bibles, but it worked out quite nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the mail to her. Yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.